every year, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee holds a national symposium for graduate students researching cancer. Selection to this symposium is extremely competitive, and even application is by invitation only. Notre Dame Biological Sciences graduate student Joshua Mason was one of only 42 students out of more than 1,500 applicants selected to present his research. That is quite the honors. Joshua, thank you for joining us this morning. Tell us a little bit about your research, first of all.
Yeah, no, thank you for the opportunity to be here. So as a lab, what we really focus on is how cancer cells are able to survive during a period known as extracellular matrix detachment, which is something that a cancer cell will face as it spreads throughout the body, throughout the entire process. And one critical barrier to this is for the cancer cells to be able to promote enough energy to actually survive this really long process. And that's been the focus of my work throughout my time at Notre Dame. And what we found is that there's a protein known as SGK1 that is required for many different types of cancers to be able to actually survive this process because of its really crucial role in promoting energy production. And what we particularly find is that SGK1 is only required when the cells actually go when they're into detachment. So as an environment that they would face as they spread throughout the body. And we think what this highlights is, while many studies need to be done, we think that SGK1 may actually be a potential therapeutic option to eliminate cancer cells because they can no longer promote energy as they spread. So
it's such important research and such important information. We're so grateful to you for what you're doing. Talk to us a little bit about the application process and what took you to the symposium.
Yeah, so the application process, as you already mentioned, was by invitation only. So a couple years back at a conference, I interacted with a recruiter from St. Jude, and then as I got the email in October, I was incredibly excited, and really it consisted of an abstract of the information that I was hoping to present to Science I've Done, as well as a CV or resume of the work that I'd done in the past. And I think the largest part was really the recommendation from my advisor, Zach Schaefer, and I think it really goes to highlight the amazing support system I've had during my time at Notre Dame through both my advisor, my lab, and really all the colleagues within the department that have allowed this work to continue on, and really the feedback they've provided through the process. So I think that was a pretty crucial moment and process for this selection. Yeah.
Well, and clearly you're very passionate about the research you are doing and about this process. It was a huge accomplishment to get there. What was the experience like once you were at the symposium?
Yeah, I think the experience overall was absolutely amazing. I think there were really two large emotions I felt. One very happy, and then of course one very sad. So the work at St. Jude was cutting edge. It's really state-of-the-art facilities, the faculty, the physicians, the postdoctoral scholars they have there. The work they're doing is absolutely incredible. And then it's incredibly integrated. So St. Jude has it designed to where the patients are interacting on a daily basis with the physicians and the scientists. So I remember walking through the hallway, and there's actually this big hall of the ABCs of cancer, and it's stuff that unfortunately patients have written during their time there, and I had to keep moving because as I sat there and continued to look at that, I was reminded of my children at home, and just I felt my eyes watering up. So I think there was an array of emotions, but it was absolutely an amazing experience. It's an amazing institution, and I was very fortunate to be there.
Well, and you speak a language that I hear every day. I work at a pediatric hospital, and to hear about this research is really inspiring. And I think the big question that everybody wants to know is there a cure on the horizon? Do you go to a symposium like this, and do you believe that we're closer?
So that's a tough question, right? As we continue to learn more about cancer as a disease, every patient and every cancer that we find is much different. But I'll say that there's numerous researchers that are working countless hours that are continuing to learn more and more. And I think at least in pediatrics, St. Jude was designed for a specific blood cancer, actually. That was the first cancer they tried to tackle. And it's happy to report this, it goes to show the work, that this type of specific blood cancer is almost completely curable now. For kids. So I think that there are specific instances. We're getting much better. There's much to learn, but I think as a whole, we're moving toward a lot of progress for therapies.
And it's certainly exciting information that you share with us this morning. Joshua, thank you so much for your research and for joining us here at Notre Dame Day today.